Hi guys, welcome back to the Funky Evolution Party. I'm Alice Green. So, what can I say to you guys? What I've seen for the last 44 days is a complete and total destruction of all the values, any form of democracy, people being fired for telling the truth, all of this consistent destruction of everything. And I mean, the nothing left agenda being people, animals, our environment, all of these things that nobody is actually paying attention to. Oh, a pirate map of 3,000 years ago. I'm entitled to destroy everything. No, you're not. Actually, I was at the Natural History Museum yesterday. The total disregard for life, how long it took for life to form on this planet. We're talking millions and millions and millions of years of evolution. For us in 2023, with all of this knowledge, to trample it like as if it was nothing. Where is your respect for you, yourself, the planet that you live on, your home? It's way over my head because I cannot comprehend this. And to give you guys a bit of a background about who I am, what I've done in the past, and specifically how I see things progressing. And I'm going to give you the two avenues that one that we're on and one that we should be taking, because I have 25 years of management consultancy experience. I have a level 7 in childcare. I build community gardens. So, I'm a kind of a jack of all trades, mastering all of them. And I have a passion for problem solving. Maybe it's just because I'm a troublemaker. Anyway, in order to cause trouble, you need to know the law, how far you can go with that law, and then how the law might need to be adjusted in order to actually make it make sense, i.e., just the craziness. I can't, this right to defend oneself. What right? Specify that right. I know my rights, i.e., the right for food, I know those, but what is this ultimate right of self-defense? Because in this country, the UK, if I was to be attacked, someone was to come up and try and rob me, and then I was to kick the crap out of them and they were hospitalized, I'd be the one who was charged. That is kind of what's happening in this current situation. We've had such a long concentration camp. And I mean, everyone, oh, Israel, this, Israel, that. Guess what? It is a country that was created. It was never promised, because there's an 8-decade curse, i.e. they were only there for 80 years and then they got shipped off, and they came back for 80 years and they shipped off, and this is all in 3,000 years. So the hundred and whatever years that it equates to does not actually give you land entitlements. We need to stop using religion, i.e. God. I'm killing people, I'm blowing them up, I'm displacing them, I'm starving them, and then I call myself good. I'm sorry. Let's talk about this as a business, because you all seem to be motivated about money, looking at the pound and the dollar signs and not realizing that actually you are causing so much damage. And it's like, okay, let's start with the environment and taking all... This is mainly started over the gas reservoirs in Gaza. Do you not think the planet needs these for the volcanic activities or the earthquakes or the tsunamis and all those different things? Do you think that petroleum was created for you to take it from the earth? Actually, it's not. The earth needs these resources, and we sit here killing each other when it's taken millions and millions of years for this oil to actually be produced, and we just burn it. Like, oh, who cares about that? 2023, education is at your fingertips, and you are still willing to destroy everything that you touch. All the olive trees that have 800,000 olive trees that have been uprooted. Why? What was the purpose? Everyone's talking about this two-state solution. It will not work. You have churches that have written 624 letters to the UN security guys, going, help us, and no one's helping us. There's this Christian Zionism, you either believe in Jesus or you do not. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. You can't tell me that, oh, well, Christians support Zionism. They're blowing up your churches. They're killing Christians everywhere. Oh, but it's very Christian of them. Come on, guys, wake up. Me throwing all these rah, 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 rah is not fact. It's me raring at you. I have an opinion, and I quite specifically state when something is an opinion and something is a fact. Because at the end of the day, you can throw as many opinions at me as you like. The facts are, again, in 1800s, Russian refugees were put there. Then they were promised it by people, not the Arabs. And the Arabs never wanted. And of course they didn't. It's not about Judaism. This is about a bunch of Europeans trying to jump onto somebody's land. Okay, so let's pretend it this way. We're neighbors, right? I've decided that, you know what, I don't have enough space. I'm just going to knock down your fence and put my fence a bit further on. And you know what? Just put a hole in your wall and I'll be able to access your property at the same time. No. No. That's not how it works. This entire war, invasion, has nothing to do with religion. It's to do with natural resources. It's to do with having land that doesn't belong to them in a place so they can have their, nice and comfy in the Middle East. You're not welcome in the Middle East. Now, in my neighborhood, if there is a neighbor who is causing so much trouble, I call the police. Then if they're renting the house, which is what's happening with Israel, they don't actually own the land. There's no entitlement to the land. And throwing, all this propaganda, all this Hamas nonsense at me. Oh, they were carrying leaflets on how to rape women. Really? You need a leaflet on how to do that? Or glossy leaflets on how to make bombs. Really? Oh, they're teaching Jewish principles in schools. So, really, when you're the one singing the annihilation of Gaza, your kids are singing that, and you want to turn it and flip it as if... I can't, because I've dealt with too many narcissistic, abusive people in my time, and this is classic textbook. You don't even need to be a psychologist to dig deep, and this is what is really annoying, is people like Jordan Peterson, who are supposed intellectuals. Really? I can't respect you for that. I've lost so much respect for people because they are blindly, with no blinkers, no filters, just going, kill them all, kill them all. I'm a mother of twins, of 5-year-olds. If something like that happened, I couldn't imagine what would happen to me and them. And why don't we have any respect for people's families, for each other, for, again, the knowledge of 2023? Why was the UN created? Because we did the barbarism of the past, and this convention was to show us how to proceed on the path of peace, not piss all over every single law and then go, well, we've killed them all now. What you going to do about it? I know what we're going to do about it. We're going to evict you. And people are like, that's mass genocide. No, I'm not asking for them to be killed, particularly not Jewish people, because I like Jewish people. It's the Zionist movement that is an illegal occupation, and there's 2 places. So, number 1, all the war criminals, every one of them, should be put in an international prison, and I vote for that to be Siberia. But, I'm barbaric, so we'll allow someone more civil to come up with a plan for the prisoners, and then the rest of the settlement can be moved either to a place like Australia that has almost 0 population, has already been colonized, has all that space, and there is no threat to them as, well, no one's trying to kill you. It's just pure paranoia. We're a race. No, you're not a race. You are a religion. So religion can be measured in DNA. Race can be measured in DNA. Religion cannot. It's a faith. I've changed my faith several times. I don't believe in any of the shit that you guys believe in. I believe in God. I believe that he has created everything perfectly, and we are the parasites of this planet. So, fast forward into history, Israel cannot remain as a state. It has already proven to oppress people, to put them in concentration camps, to now put in a death penalty for prisoners Palestinian prisoners, not their own prisoners. Churches have been attacked. When are we going to say, wait a second, enough is enough? You know, let's do this civil, let's take it to court, let's let a court decide the war crimes. I'm not a lawyer, you're not a lawyer, but it's pretty damn clear when the law is being broken. So please like, share, and get the message out there.